I've got a question for you. Do any of you ever feel like you're going crazy? Like you're just losing it? I'm sure we all do, right? You know, at some point in our lives. I keep coming back to that definition of insanity that people like to bring up, even though it's not the dictionary definition. When everyone says that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. I am a very creative person, and all I really want is to not only get these ideas out of my head and out into the world to share them with people, because I think for the most part, they have the potential to provide value to the world that wasn't there before. But I also just would love to be fortunate enough to have what I make me a living. And I've had that dream, that goal, that aspiration for decades. And I have tried to get started, tried to get going several times before. And it often takes the form of making a video, much like this one, as an announcement, you know, more so for me than for the people watching, just so that I can put it out there into the world, into the universe, that these are my intentions. And in so doing that, it makes it real. It means I can't just decide to go back on it, even though I can. It'll just be, it'll feel a little bit worse because I kind of told people, even if it was in a video that disappeared into the ether that eventually gets deleted when I do give up and feel as though I've failed and go right back to square one. And so here I am on New Year's Day 2025 doing it all over again. And it's I can't help but sit here and wonder, am I insane? I haven't ever materialized anything from the countless times I've tried to get started. I have endless excuses as to why I need to double back or take my foot off the gas or reevaluate, reorganize, and set things up in a different way so that I can have a more successful start next time. And I just keep putting things off. I keep procrastinating. I keep making excuses. I keep telling myself that it's just life that's getting in the way. And once life is no longer in the way, I can do the things that I want to do. But that's the funny thing about life, is that it is always going to manage to somehow get in the way. And your job as a human being is not to shut down when that happens, but to venture forth and find a path through it, to adapt. I I don't know if you can tell, I don't have a script for this video. Honestly thought that I would have wrapped it up by now. I know what I want to say. I know what's in my heart. I don't always know how to articulate that in a way that's digestible to people. But I guess the ultimate point of the video here is this. If you don't know who I am, my name is Simba. And life is so hard, and I've struggled so much getting through it, and I still don't know what I'm doing. I have no idea what I'm doing. Do any of us? Some of us more than others. Some of us just do a very good job at seeming like we know what we're doing. But for some reason, okay, I feel it to be very important to catalog my journey. Whether it be through vlogs or any number of ways, right? I want to eventually be able to figure my life out at least a little bit more than I have it figured out right now and share what I've learned with people. And so beyond wanting to make stuff and wanting to make money from the things that I create, I just want to, I guess, struggle together with everyone else. I want to share what I've learned and learn from other people. I don't know. I want to provide value to the world in a way that allows me to use my creativity. And I think that if I just push through this wall that I've built myself, that I can't seem to get through, that I keep holding myself back, I feel like if I can push through that the things I have to say and the way that I choose to go about life might actually help other people who struggle in the same ways that I do. And so this video isn't really meant to mean anything to anybody right now. It's, you know, a small handful of my friends and family have seen the videos that I've uploaded in the past and probably wish me all the best. And I'm sure for some it gets a little weird and annoying when I keep doing that and deleting them and then coming back again at some point to do it all over again, never having really done anything. Trust me, it's annoying to me too. And while I do find myself feeling a little bit crazy for trying what appears to be the same thing yet again, for some reason, there are some things that I just cannot help but want to do a certain way. And while it may be delusional for me to believe that I can succeed in something that I've failed so many times before, sometimes it's all that you can do to just keep giving it another go, to just keep trying. So if you're still watching this and you're like, I don't even know why I'm still watching this, but I'm curious about this guy, his vibe, his energy, what he's trying to say here, what he'll go on to be. All you have to know is this. The sky's the limit. My ambitions know no bounds. I don't know what I'm actually going to be able to do with any of my hopes and dreams, but for starters, I just want to make YouTube videos and draw and learn how to make music and review stuff like movies and games and books because I want to make that kind of stuff. And I want to really study the people who have done it well before. And hopefully, if I'm good at it and I stick with it, it can make me money so that I can go on to live the dream of getting to direct my own movie or make my own video game or whatever, right? That's the stuff that I want now. The stuff that could change at some point. Who knows? I don't think I'll ever not want to be creative, but there's 1,000 different ways that I can foresee doing that, and I want to do them all. And I could go on all day as to how crazy that is, how crazy that sounds, how limiting it could be from focusing on any one area. I've thought of it all. I've tried to think through this and think of some sort of solution, some sort of thing that's going to make my life easier in my head. If my brain wasn't like this, if I could have simpler goals, less ambitious dreams, then life would be easier. I know that to be true. But you can't help the things your heart longs for. So for right now, this isn't really meant to make any sense to anybody. This is for me to once again make a statement to myself, to the world, that I am here. This brain of mine is full of so many ideas. It's overwhelming. I can't even think straight half the time because there's just all these ideas and they all want to get out. They all want to be seen and be known and be heard by the world. And up until this point, I'm almost 30 years old. I haven't found a good way to do that. I've only ever gotten really good at numbing myself and trying to ignore my problems. And it's very unhealthy. I think I'm in a better place than I've ever been right now, but I'm still finding myself to have that issue of I want to make all the things, I want to do all this stuff. I want the world to know what's in here. By the end of my life, I want to be used up. I don't want there to be anything left inside. And I was going to list all of the things that I'm going to try to do, like in the immediate future, as to say, look forward to those things if it sounds like you'd be interested in those. Who knows what's actually going to happen after I end this video, you know? All I'll say is, if for some reason you're intrigued by this, just keep an eye out. YouTube, whatever, the social media platform of your choice. I'm probably on it. I'm on all the major ones under the same username, Jonesing Simba. Maybe just like check in a week, a month, a year, whatever. See if I ended up making anything, you know, like be like, I remember that really weird random ass video I saw by that guy. Did he ever like actually go on to do stuff? I wonder. And I don't know. How do people end videos? How do people make stuff? How does anybody follow their hopes and dreams when the act of doing so is so unbelievably daunting? I guess it just takes practice. Until next time. Outro.